A car accident struck unexpectedly. I transmigrated into the villain of a domineering CEO novel. Recalling the tragic fate of the official wife, my heart pondered the quiet endurance of Willow Serene. I swiftly decided to divorce. On the divorce agreement, I signed my name. The face of the CEO heroine, Willow Serene, darkened instantly. Have you thought this through carefully? My heart skipped a beat. I hurriedly shielded my wallet. Joking was out of the question. This was a colossal divorce settlement. Not a single penny would I return. Lying in a hospital bed for 3 days, I finally accepted the reality of transmigration. Horizon Far, an ordinary college student, had crossed into a domineering CEO novel, becoming a wicked man. I was the ex-husband of the CEO heroine. Relying on wealth and influence, I acted recklessly. At the university opening ceremony, I fell in love with Willow Serene at first sight. From then on, I pursued her relentlessly, using every means to force her to marry me. Willow Serene, the quintessential schoolwoman's heroine, breathtakingly beautiful, came from a poor family. Her father was disabled. Her mother suffered from kidney failure. To gather money for her mother's treatment, she ultimately yielded, marrying me. 5 years of marriage. Willow Serene rose from an unknown clerk to a rising star in the business world. But our relationship grew worse by the day. Willow Serene gradually slipped from my control, yet I remained oblivious, still as arrogant as ever, until I pushed her dream man down the stairs, breaking his leg. Willow Serene could bear it no longer. She proposed divorce. At that moment, I was in a car accident. Willow Serene only came to see me on the 3rd day, throwing the divorce agreement in my face. Horizon Far, have you caused enough chaos? Her voice was cold as ice. Her eyes revealed clear impatience and disgust. Even so, the moment I clearly saw her face, my heart still skipped a beat. No wonder the original Horizon Far was so infatuated. His face was truly stunning. Then I glanced at the divorce agreement. Seeing the assets I would receive, my heart nearly stopped. Good heavens, I'd struck it rich. Horizon Far's family was indeed wealthy, but he was arrogant and overbearing. He had a younger brother, superior in every way, leaving him no chance at the company's inheritance. Meanwhile, Willow Serene had soared in just a few years of entrepreneurship. Her wealth was already substantial. Once divorced, the settlement was astronomically huge. A lifetime of good deeds had earned me this deserved windfall. After calculating the fortune I'd receive, I suppressed my excitement, bowing my head in silence for a long while, fearing my smile would betray me, lest Willow Serene notice something amiss. Then I took a deep breath. Alright, I agreed to the divorce. Willow Serene was stunned. Perhaps she hadn't expected me to agree so decisively, but such an opportunity couldn't be missed. Once gone, it wouldn't return. Without waiting for her to recover, I quickly signed my name on the divorce agreement. Willow Serene seemed to sense something was off. Her brows furrowed tightly. I turned my head away, saying coldly, if thought it through. Willow Serene, let's set each other free. Silence lingered behind me for a long time, until I was about to slip under the covers to count my bank deposits again. I noticed Willow Serene quietly staring at the divorce agreement. Motionless, I asked curiously, you're still here? Willow Serene looked up. I tactfully reminded her, that one fellow hasn't fully recovered, has he? Aren't you going to visit him? Willow Serene's face suddenly grew cold. I felt a twinge of unease. This woman, could she be regretting giving me so much money? But I'd already signed. She couldn't back out now. Besides, with my magnanimity at this moment, her giving me money was only fair. Back in college, Willow Serene had a dream man named Wang Spirit. Unlike the reckless young master I was, Wang Spirit was gentle, considerate, and ambitious. He came from a single-parent family with a difficult background from childhood, but he was exceptionally hardworking, outstanding in every way. In a way, he and Willow Serene were cut from the same cloth. Only he could truly understand her, as if he were her soulmate. Without me, they would have naturally ended up together. After graduating college, they'd have strived together in the city, building a happy family of their own. I ruined it all. In the original story, Horizon Far was mad to the extreme, causing trouble everywhere, constantly picking fights. In the end, he went berserk, resorting to violence. From then on, Willow Serene utterly despised him, cutting him off completely. Anyone with a brain could see, offending both the male and female leads. My fate as a vile villain would be utterly tragic, so I'd better grab the money and run while I could. Willow Serene finally stormed off in a huff. I patted my chest, secretly curling my lip. What a temper! But thinking of the fortune I'd gain, I cheered up again. An opportunity like this doesn't come to just anyone. As I was lost and thought, my phone pinged with a WeChat message. It was from Sorrow Farewell. Shed her Willow Serene finally visited me today. Her words laced with mockery. She was Horizon Far's childhood friend, a spoiled and willful heiress, usually indulgent in luxury and fun. She didn't like Willow Serene, and Willow Serene didn't like her either. The two were always at odds. Especially after I married Willow Serene, our families interacted more. Her grandfather often compared her to Willow Serene, making Sorrow Farewell hate her even more. She called me a lovesick fool, constantly urging me to dig wild greens in her family's garden. This time she was clearly here to watch me make a fool of myself. But how could I care? Joking aside, I was busy counting my revenge money. No time for sulking. Right, I thought for a moment. Snapped a photo of the divorce agreement and sent it to her. From today, I'm a free man. Treat me to dinner. Sorrow Farewell called me directly, opening with a scolding, "Are you insane? That's harsh." Once I'm discharged, I'll head to the Civil Affairs office to finalize it. Luckily, my accident wasn't too serious. Just a bump to the head. A mild concussion. Don't you have any reaction? Sorrow Farewell paused, then laughed. Fine then. What kind of reaction does young Master Horizon want? She mentioned opening a one-star bar recently, so I slipped into an expensive suit, discharged from the hospital in style. Sorrow Farewell crossed her arms, mocking my flashy attire like a model in a hospital. Gone mad, I huffed. What do you know? Today's a great day. Sorrow Farewell didn't bother responding, turning to leave. Unexpectedly, we ran into Willow Serene. Her gaze lingered on Sorrow Farewell for a moment, her eyes cold. "You're here?" I stepped forward, grinning at her. "Where's the car?" Willow Serene's expression softened slightly. "Parking lot, let's go." Sorrow Farewell wasn't having it. Tilting her head, she squinted at me. "Horizon Far, you're not taking my car." I waved her off. "Come on. I need to go to the Civil Affairs office with Willow Serene to get the divorce papers. Her car's more convenient." Urging the stunned Willow Serene, I said, "What are you spacing out for? Let's go." Sorrow Farewell chuckled. "Fair enough. It's a big deal. Don't miss it." Willow Serene's lips curled in a sardonic smile. "Horizon Far, are you so eager to cut ties with me? Didn't you propose the divorce?" What's with the sarcasm now? I was honest, mainly if got other plans tonight. Don't I need to wrap this up early, so as not to waste your time? Willow Serene was always busy, rarely coming home. I knew she didn't want to see me. Fine by me, I had no desire to linger with her either. Each to their own, free and easy. How great is that? Willow Serene's face hardened as she turned away. The Civil Affairs office wasn't crowded. We got our turn quickly. As Willow Serene and I were about to enter, her phone rang. I glanced over. It was Wong's Spirit. Willow Serene stepped aside to take the call. I vaguely heard her speak in a soft, gentle tone. She was still outside handling some matters. She'd never used that tone with Horizon Far. Not once. This marriage was forced from the start. 5 years of constant clashes. Not even a proper meal together, let alone such tender care. The staff called twice. "Are you two still doing the procedure?" I shook my head, quietly pitying the original Horizon Far. In Willow Serene's heart, he held no place at all. "Willow Serene," I called out loudly, "can we handle my business first?" Willow Serene always put Wong's Spirit first. Horizon Far could never compete. Yet he remained indifferent. That Horizon Far was truly a fool, daring to dream of beating Wong's Spirit. Wasn't that just asking for pain? Willow Serene was no different. letting me take priority this time. Wouldn't that let her openly be with her dream man sooner? Willow Serene's expression turned serious. Then she spoke to the other end. Have Dr. Jong check on you first. It'll be there soon. 20 minutes later, I held the fresh divorce certificate, tears welling up. It's Manethy massive divorce settlement is mine. From today, travel, drinks, parting and indulgence. Living the happy life. I sincerely said to Willow Serene. Willow Serene, thank you. Goodbye and thanks for your money. Let's not meet again. Outside, I immediately spotted Sorrow Farewell. That woman, driving a flashy red Ferrari. So conspicuous it was hard to miss. I cheerfully approached. I'm rich now. I'm ready to spend. Behind me. Willow Serene's slightly hoarse voice rang out. Horizon far, I turned quickly. What's up? Her red lips pressed tightly. Her emotions hard to read. If it were the original Horizon far, seeing her clearly unsettled, had have dug to the bottom of it. But I was done playing that role. Nothing, then I'm off. I quickened my pace. A minor character like me should steer clear of the main leads as soon as possible. In Sorrow Farewell's car, as we drove off, I glanced at the rearview mirror. Willow Serene stood there, surrounded by passers-by, yet somehow she looked inexplicably lonely. Oh well, without me her thorn in the side, she must feel liberated, right? Sorrow Farewell glanced at me feeling reluctant. I was excited. Are those girls at your bar still reserved for me? Sorrow Farewell was speechless. This woman was truly worrying about me for nothing. I thought you loved her so much. Yet after the divorce, your face is all joy. How obvious is that? I flipped down the passenger mirror to check myself. Horizon Far was now 28, though suddenly aged by a decade. Luckily, this phase was still handsome and dashing. Most importantly, rich. I thought for a moment, offering an explanation she doesn't love me, so I decisively stopped loving her. The traffic light slowly changed. Sorrow Farewell turned to stare at me for a long while, until I felt a chill. She finally spoke, puzzled. This accident of yours, it's like you've become a different person. My heart jolted. I stayed silent for a moment, then shrugged. Maybe after brushing with death, you see things more clearly. Sorrow Farewell paused, then laughed. Fair point. Tonight it'll cover whatever you spend. 2 hours later, Sorrow Farewell regretted it. Her face darkened. Haven't you ordered enough? She meant not just the drinks, but the girls at the bar. I shouldn't have called them girls. I raised my glass to her. Come on, have a drink with me. I patted Sorrow Farewell's shoulder, pointing at the circle of beautiful women. Look at those ladies. With my sweet talk and good looks, which one isn't better than my ex-wife? The original Horizon Far was such a fool. With all the beauties in the world, rich and handsome as he was, why cling to one tree? People's biggest fear is stubbornness. Sorrow Farewell sneered. Finally, you're not blind anymore. A slender girl came to pour me a drink. Very obediently. Try this, sir. Great, excellent. I was about to take it, but Sorrow Farewell snatched it away. No mixing drinks. You just got out of the hospital. I don't want to call an ambulance for you later. She glanced at the girl, whose face paled instantly. She hurriedly apologized. Sorry, sir, I didn't know. I waved generously. No worries, no worries. I'm in a great mood today. Then I grinned at Sorrow Farewell, teasing. You're something else. Only officials can light fires, but commoners can't even light a lamp. Your boyfriends let you drink, and you enjoy it so much. But when it's my turn, it's a no. Sorrow Farewell laughed. How can you compare? I'm pure-hearted, free to do as I please. She suddenly asked, by the way, does your family know about this? I froze. Oh no, I forgot about that before I could say more. Sorrow Farewell gave a knowing look. I knew you wouldn't dare tell them. It wasn't that I didn't want to. I truly didn't dare. The original Horizon Far wasn't on great terms with his family. His parents were stubborn, favoring his younger brother, with his rebellious streak, to marry Willow Serene. Had fought fiercely with them. Later, as Willow Serene's career soared, his family's attitude flipped 180 degrees, often scolding him for arguing with her. In short, this vile villain hadn't had an easy life, but the divorce was done. What was there to fear? The days that followed were even more fun than I'd imagined. I had the maid pack up all of Willow Serene's things and send them away. This villa was bought by Horizon Far's parents as a wedding home, but Willow Serene didn't like staying here. Perhaps every corner reminded her of the humiliations Horizon Far brought her. At first, she mostly stayed at the company. Later, as her career took off, she bought an apartment near her office. Horizon Far visited once, only to catch Wong's spirit there. Talk about awkward. Though Wong's spirit quickly explained he was just there to avoid the rain. With Horizon Far's temper, how could he not explode? That time, he and Willow Serene had a huge fight, going cold for a month. In the end, Horizon Far couldn't stand it, making the first move to reconcile. Who could blame him? In his eyes and heart there was only Willow Serene. Now things were great. This lavish 3-story villa was all mine. Willow Serene hadn't left much here, but after clearing it out it still felt a bit empty. So I hit the streets for a shopping spree. Then I started pointing at my favorite stores. This one, and that one, to no need for that. Pack up the rest for me. Yes, Mr. Horizon. The store manager's face lit up with a radiant smile. He was happy, and so was I. The staff trailed behind carrying my bags. Unexpectedly, right outside the store, I ran into Willow Serene. She froze when she saw me. I noticed Wong's spirit behind her. Looks like his leg injury was nearly healed, able to stroll through the mall. Willow Serene's lips moved slightly. She spoke first. Your mother's birthday is coming up. I brought him to pick a gift. I blinked. Why tell me? I don't care. But for politeness sake, I gave a courteous wave. Before I could step away to say goodbye, Wong's spirit spoke up, sounding slightly guilty. Mr. Horizon, sorry about this. My leg's still not fully healed, so I asked Serene to bring me here. He glanced at my bags. You've bought a lot. Must be hard to carry. Why not let Serene drive you home? I'm fine with it. Listen to that artful speech. A subtle reminder that I pushed him, hinting I shouldn't be jealous. While generously offering Willow Serene to me, I smiled. No need. My car's right downstairs. Besides, no need to trouble Miss Willow with such personal matters. Wong's spirit was stunned. What? I looked at Willow Serene, surprised. Ms. Willow, you haven't told Mr. Wong. We're divorced. Wong's spirit stared at Willow Serene in shock. Her beautiful face tightened, her expression sour. I don't like broadcasting personal matters. So she was throwing shade at me, implying it's my fault. I only threw a few divorce celebration parties. Why so stingy? Wong's spirit clearly hadn't expected such a bombshell. His lips trembled. Serene, you and Mr. Horizon, why didn't you tell me? From his tone, Willow Serene seemed to realize there was another person present. Her red lips moved slightly, hesitating before softly explaining. I've been too busy lately. She used to use that excuse to brush off Horizon Far. Who have thought the wheel of fate would turn, and Wong's spirit would get the same treatment? But a male lead and a side character are different. For Wong's spirit, this was thrilling news. His eyes darted between me and Willow Serene, circling a few times, before he spoke as if guiltily sorry. I didn't know before. I didn't mean to bring it up. Mr. Horizon, you don't mind, do you? Of course I didn't mind. A woman who no longer mattered. You to keep shopping. These bags are heavy. I'm heading out. I took a step, but Willow Serene suddenly spoke. Wait, I turned back. Anything else, Ms. Willow? Willow Serene frowned, seemingly unaccustomed to my sudden change in attitude. My mother said yesterday you haven't visited her in a while. Her voice lowered, as if it was hard to say, but she had to. If you're free, go see her. She meant her mother with kidney failure. Unlike Willow Serene, her mother always liked Horizon Far, because Willow Serene never told her. She was forced to marry him. In her mother's eyes, Horizon Far, a young master who didn't mind Serene's background, was devoted to her. Naturally, she found him likable. Early in the marriage, to win Willow Serene over, Horizon Far actively cared for her mother, earning her favor. He knew this was his last trump card. Willow Serene was deeply filial. Even for this alone, she wouldn't easily turn against him. But when Horizon Far attacked Wong's spirit, crossing her line, he lost that final card. I thought for a moment, then agreed. Tomorrow then. She hasn't done anything wrong. Willow Serene's expression softened. Thank you. He'll pick you up tomorrow morning. I smiled, jingling my car keys. No need of got hands and feet. I can drive myself just fine. No need to trouble M's Willow. Both Willow Serene and Wong's spirit froze. The next morning, I set off for the nursing home. This high-end facility was in the suburbs, fully equipped, with excellent service. Of course, it was exorbitantly priced. MR Horizon, you're here, the staff greeted me politely. They were hired by Willow Serene, knowing she and I weren't on good terms, so they kept their distance. Willow's mother lay in bed, worn thin by years of kidney failure. Her body was frail, but thankfully the nursing home had improved her condition. The staff's gaze lingered on the gift box in my hand, their lips curling with slight disdain. Even a staff member looked down on my attempts to curry favor. They knew no matter what I did, it only made Willow Serene despise me more. Willow's mother saw me, her face lighting up with a radiant smile. Been busy lately. Haven't seen you in a while. I sighed inwardly. Horizon Far had used her from start to finish, yet she believed it was genuine. She'd done nothing wrong. A bit. I brought some chicken soup for you, aunt. Try it later. Willow's mother took my hand, looking at me for a long while, then carefully asked, did Serene upset you? I shook my head. She didn't believe me. She sighed helplessly. Serene's been stubborn since she was young, keeping everything bottled up. If she's made you unhappy, tell me. I'll talk to her for you. I felt even more guilty. I'd planned to tell her about the divorce, but the words stuck in my throat. I couldn't say them. I ate with Willow's mother, chatted with her for a while. Before leaving, I hesitated, struggling to speak. I'll be busy for a while, so I might not visit often. I'd reduce the frequency first, then find the right moment to tell her. That'd be better. I couldn't hide it forever. Even if I wanted to, Willow Serene wouldn't agree. If I visited too much, she'd think I still had feelings for her. Willow's mother patted my hand lightly, sighing softly. Little Far, you're a good kid. What happened before was Serene's fault. She never mentions it in front of me, but I know she feels guilty deep down. So regretful. She loved you so much. Losing the baby, how could she not be heartbroken? My heart jolted. The babies. That was the spark that completely shattered Horizon Far and Willow Serene's relationship. Indeed, Horizon Far and Willow Serene had once had a child. That child came about through his schemes while she was drunk at a business event. In short, the child wasn't conceived honorably, but to Horizon Far, it was his strongest weapon to keep Willow Serene by his side. After learning she was pregnant, Willow Serene felt guilty toward her dream man Wong's spirit, yet couldn't bear to part with her own flesh and blood. In the end, she chose to keep the baby. Her own childhood had been too hard, so she couldn't bear for her child to be born into a broken family. That period was the most harmonious time between her and Horizon Far. She obediently ate the nutritious food he bought, carefully reading parenting books. She genuinely wanted to be a good mother. So after the miscarriage, she cut him off completely. The story was strange. After Willow Serene got pregnant, Horizon Far sensed her attitude softening, and he pressed his advantage, wishing he could keep her by his side every moment. Whenever she refused, had used the baby as an excuse, building a father-child bond as his pretext, forcing her to comply. Over time, Willow Serene grew impatient. Once she had to go on a business trip with Wong's spirit in the group, Horizon Far adamantly refused to let her swab someone else, insisting she stay home to nurture the pregnancy. Willow Serene felt he was stifling her freedom, paranoid and controlling. They had a massive fight. Horizon Far, can you act normal for once? Stop thinking everyone's as vile as you. After saying that, Willow Serene stormed out. That night, Horizon Far got the news. Willow Serene, in her anger, had a miscarriage. You can imagine how their relationship collapsed after that. They fought earth-shatteringly. If before, Willow Serene merely disliked Horizon Far, After this, she hated him. She stopped coming to their shared home, cut off all contact with him, until Horizon Far sought out Wong's spirit and pushed him down the stairs. That was the final straw. Not to mention how foolish the original Horizon Far was. So ruthless he didn't even spare himself. I stayed silent for a moment, then said it's all in the past. The old Horizon Far is dead. Those matters end here. Leaving the nursing home, I felt a bit weary. I didn't know if it was for Willow's mother or the original Horizon Far. Then that weariness peaked when I realized I'd carelessly lost my car keys. I desperately called Sorrow Farewell come pick me up. Sorrow Farewell found it laughable. Am I your driver now? Always cleaning up your messes. I'm not asking for free. I said Sorrow Farewell, this nursing home is pretty remote. Calling a cab isn't easy. So Sorrow Farewell grudgingly came to get me. When we got home, it was already dark. More importantly, it was pouring rain. Looking at the heavy downpour outside, I took pity and let Sorrow Farewell stay, offering her the guest room on the second floor. Unexpectedly, the next morning, someone rang the doorbell. Good grief, who's summoning spirits this early? Yawning, I grudgingly opened the door. Who is it? Why are you here? Standing outside was Willow Serene. She was about to speak when footsteps echoed from the staircase. Sorrow Farewell's voice, tinged with clear irritation from being woken. Who's that? Willow Serene's face instantly turned cold. Each word seemed ground out through her teeth. Looks like I came at a bad time. Sorry to disturb you. I rolled my eyes inwardly. You know you're interrupting someone's sleep, huh? What's with that face? This is my house. You're just the ex-wife. What right do you have to be mad? Acting like you've been betrayed for who to see. You've been betraying me for ages, and I haven't even settled that score. I turned to Sorrow Farewell. It's nothing. Go back to sleep. Sorrow Farewell had a princess complex. No arguing with her. She got stuck in the rain because of me. I couldn't let her miss out on good sleep. Seeing Willow Serene, Sorrow Farewell seemed to perk up a bit, smirking lazily aghast. Going back to sleep would be rude. Far, you're something else. Not inviting her in. I told you lack of sleep makes this girl crazy. I ignored her. Turning to Willow Serene, I had no intention of inviting her in. I just cleared out her stuff. I didn't want the house messed up again, troubling the maid to clean. Bright and early, Ms. Willow, what's up? I asked. Willow Serene's face paled slightly. Clearly Sorrow Farewell's few words hit her sensitive spot, but she couldn't lose her temper. If it were before, she could chase Sorrow Farewell out as the lady of the house. But now, she wasn't even on Sorrow Farewell's level. She couldn't even step through this door. Still, women like her are masters of restraint. Willow Serene was no exception. She took a deep breath, ignoring Sorrow Farewell, and pulled a key from her bag, handing it over. You forgot this at my mother's yesterday. She urged me to bring it to you. Meaning, she only came because of her mother's wishes. Thanks about the key. You didn't need to make a trip. I have a spare. Willow Serene was momentarily speechless. I waited a few seconds, truly out of patience, and tactfully said, Ms. Willow, anything else? How could Willow Serene not hear the dismissal? How else did she climb to her position? Her red lips pressed tightly, saying nothing. I slammed the door shut. Sorrow Farewell watched me from the stairs. I was surprised, not going back to sleep. Why stare at me? Sorrow Farewell narrowed her eyes slightly, crossing her arms. Nothing. Just think you're a bit cold to your ex-wife. I was speechless. If you've got nothing to say, don't say anything. Sorrow Farewell raised a brow. Horizon Far. Don't tell me you can't see her intentions. I countered. What intentions? Sorrow Farewell leaned back, lazily saying she wanted to see you right. Otherwise, she wouldn't rush over early, just to deliver a key. And she wouldn't look so sour, seeing me in this house. I tilted my head. So what? Sorrow Farewell tapped the railing, casually saying, you don't feel anything. Feel what? That as soon as she turns back, I should chase after her. I found it amusing. I do feel something. Sorrow Farewell looked over, her eyes flickering, her posture tensing slightly. I shrug. I feel I divorced too late. If I'd known what she was like, I should've let her go sooner. Wasted so much of my time for nothing. Sorrow farewell. Clearly hadn't expected that response. She stared at me for a moment, then turned and laughed. Nice one. Horizon far finally. You're clear-headed for once. Encouraged. I couldn't help but tease back. Oh come on. Compared to you, I'm still far behind. You're the master. Untouched by the myriad flowers. Sorrow farewell had said countless times. She had no real ties with those men. I nodded repeatedly. I get it. You're just having fun with them, waiting for your true love. In novels, isn't it always like that? The domineering heiress always finds true love, paying back past romantic debts tenfold. Sorrow farewell stared at me speechless, then muttered, "Knew talking to an idiot like you was pointless," and went back to sleep. I slept straight through to the afternoon, woken by hunger. Waking up, I found my phone flooded with missed calls and WeChat messages, all from Horizon Far's parents. Skimming through, I understood why they suddenly reached out. They learned about my divorce from Willow Serene. You and Willow Serene divorced. What were you thinking? I told you countless times. Her company is thriving. We're discussing a partnership with them. What are we supposed to do now? You're grown, yet still so impulsive. Divorcing just like that. Do you ever think of others? You're too selfish. I don't have a son like you. It was the same refrain over and over. I read for a bit then stopped. Went out to find food smells amazing. I stared wide-eyed at a table full of delicious dishes, and sorrow farewell leisurely enjoying them. Sorrow farewell, have you no conscience? Eating alone. Sorrow farewell shot me a look. Should I starve for you? Fair enough, very convincing. No rebuttal possible. I sat down, grabbed chopsticks, and went for my favorite stir-fried pork with bell peppers. No need for words. Sorrow farewell was a true foodie. The dishes she ordered were tastier than others. By the way, your parents called me, saying they needed you but you didn't pick up. Sorrow farewell suddenly spoke. I grabbed another piece of braised ribs. I figured. Sorrow farewell's chopsticks paused, her gaze flicking to my phone. Should I step out? I shook my head. No need. Let them say what they want. The deed's done, they can't do anything. Sorrow farewell paused her chopsticks, her eyes glancing at my phone again. Should I step out? I shook my head. No need. Let them say what they want. The deed's done, they can't do anything. As we spoke, my phone rang again. I answered. Before I could speak, a tirade came from the other end. Horizon Far. Go to Willow Serene right now. Say you were wrong. It was just a spearfulfillment thing. Beg her to take you back. I listened. That sharp female voice made me hold the phone away. Go back? What a wild thought. Get chewed out or fall back into Willow Serene's hands. I knew which was worse. Horizon Far. Are you even listening to your mother? I finally got a word in. I'm listening, but this is tough to do. In short, I can't. The other end grew angrier. Horizon Far. Is this the attitude you take with your parents? I sighed. Didn't you say you don't have a son like me? Forgot already. The other end fell silent. She seemed ready to keep scolding, but I was done listening. I'd made myself clear. I'm busy, let's talk another day. I hung up and blocked them, witnessing my smooth moves. Sorrow farewell put down her chopsticks, eyeing me up and down for a long while, then cheered. Well done, Horizon Far. Not only ditching your ex-wife, but daring to defy your parents too. Mouthful of meat, I mumbled. Where there's oppression, there's resistance. Sorrow farewell smirked, leaning forward slightly, propping her chin with one hand. Her red lips curved. Maybe one day it'll be my turn. I gave her a thumbs up, praising her self-awareness. Her reaction didn't surprise me. She and the original Horizon Far grew up together. She knew his temper well. What I was doing now, in her eyes, could be summed up in one phrase: I'd lost it. But to be fair, anyone stuck in this mess would go crazy. A villainous side character with no protagonist halo. Escaping early was the only way to survive. By the way, help me look for a new house. I said this one's nice, but it's bound to attract trouble. Pretty annoying, not just Willow Serene, but Horizon Far's family too. All troublemakers. Today I fully cut ties with them. Who knows if they'd show up at my door? I had no interest in dealing with them. Sorrow Farewell nodded. Leave it to me. True to her status as a real second-generation rich kid, though she spent most of her time partying, when it mattered she was reliable. The next day she called me, found a villa in the west of the city. The previous owner moved abroad and wants to sell quick. It's newly renovated. Uninhabited, you're getting a steal. I was thrilled with her efficiency. That same day I dragged Sorrow Farewell along, signed the contract with the owner, and completed the transfer as fast as possible. Then I listed the old house for sale. I called a moving company. A crew bustled up and down, and I stood by speechless. You don't realize until you move. Horizon Far had so much stuff. I'd probably need to pay the movers extra. Mr. Horizon, what's in this box? It's heavy. A mover carried a large, sealed cardboard box from the third floor. It was tightly taped. Impossible to guess what was inside. I was about to check it out when I got a call. Hello, is this Mr. Horizon? This is People's Hospital number 3. Your wife fainted on the road and was brought here. Can you come immediately? I froze. Willow Serene fainted and was hospitalized. You've got the wrong person. I'm not her husband, I explained. The voice on the other end was surprised, but in the patient's phone contacts, I remembered. When Willow Serene was pregnant, Horizon Far insisted on changing her contact name for him to baby's dad, Horizon Far. She couldn't argue, so she let him. Who'd have thought even after the divorce? She forgot to change it. How's her condition? The patient likely has low blood sugar. It's not life-threatening, but her overall condition isn't great. You should come soon. I understand, but I'm a bit busy. How about this? Call her current boyfriend, Wong Spirit. His number's probably in her contacts. In the future, contact him directly. I hung up. Looking up, the living room had a few more boxes. How long would this take to move? Just get it over with for now. I'd sort it out later when I had time. Good thing the new house was spacious. I had the maid do a basic unpack, then went to play a few rounds of games, and checked in at a newly opened barbecue place. The food was great, the vibe artsy. I couldn't resist snapping some photos and posting them to my moments. Check in, another day of bulking up. Mixed in was a dashing selfie. Friends flooded it with likes. Even Sorrow Farewell, who rarely appeared on moments, commented, this place looks good. I replied, you've eaten there. Sorrow Farewell, of course I own it, speechless. She let me show off again, but I didn't expect Wong Spirit to comment on my post, all polite on the surface, but with an accusatory, condescending tone. Horizon Far, even if you've divorced Serene, she's in the hospital now, and you won't even visit. Is that reasonable? It's not like she has some major illness. That comment blew up my moments. Only a few knew about my divorce with Willow Serene. I hadn't even crafted a divorce announcement, and he went ahead taking the moral high ground. I fired back sarcastically. An ex should act like they're dead. Wouldn't want you to misunderstand, right? If you don't mind, you'll go. We were classmates after all. A visit's only natural. What do you think? My moments lit up. People were outraged. Not long after, Wong Spirit deleted his comment. Delete and done like nothing happened. I immediately posted a follow-up question, seeking advice from the wise folks on moments. What gift should I bring to visit my ex-wife and her boyfriend? This is really important to me. An hour later, I arrived at the hospital with a fruit basket. Outside the room, I heard Wong Spirit's voice, full of heartache. Serene, don't be mad. I know I messed up this time, but it was for you. Willow Serene didn't respond. Wong Spirit seemed both frustrated and hurt. You fainted, and the hospital specifically called him, yet he wouldn't even come see you. What if something happened to you today? As if I'd committed some grave sin. Willow Serene's tired voice rose. I'm a bit tired. I want to be alone. A moment later, I heard a chair move. Wong Spirit reached the door, saw me, and froze in place. Willow Serene noticed something off, turning to look. Her face was pale, lacking her usual commanding CEO aura. Lying in the hospital bed, hooked to and fore, she looked unusually fragile. Seeing me, her dim eyes brightened slightly. a mix of tension and awkwardness. Far, why are you here? I stepped past Wang's spirit entering. Didn't want to be criticized. They'd say I don't care if my ex-wife lives or dies right after the divorce. We're college classmates after all. No need to make it so tense, right? Willow Serene's beautiful face paled further, her lips tightly pressed. She must seen my spat with Wang's spirit on moments. Someone as proud as her couldn't stand being publicly mocked like this. How humiliating. She probably added another layer of hatred for me. Thinking of this, I felt annoyed. Alright, I'm here now. Nothing else, I'm leaving. Willow Serene's lips curled horizon far. Must you be like this? I raised a brow, honestly asking. Like what? I had an accident and it wasn't until the third day that she came to visit. Compared to her, I've been kind enough, haven't I? Speaking of cruelty, who can surpass a heroine like her? Willow Serene's face immediately turned ashen. She parted her lips slightly, as if wanting to say something. My phone suddenly rang. It was the maid calling. Mr. Horizon, most of your things have been packed up, but there's one box left untouched. It's full of pottery inside. Let me know how you'd like to handle it. I pondered pottery. Oh right, it seems they were made by him himself, so I wanted to ask your opinion. Glancing at Willow Serene's stunned gaze, a spark lit up in my mind. I remembered. Those pottery pieces were indeed handmade by the original Horizon Far. Back in college, Willow Serene worked part-time at a pottery shop. At that time, to pursue her, Horizon Far visited every other day or so. Had sit there all afternoon. He had no talent for it, nor any patience. His mind and eyes were full of only Willow Serene, to the point where he always ended up covered in clay, then brought home an ugly finished product. Yet he was thrilled, not embarrassed at all. Later, Willow Serene couldn't stand it anymore. She told him it wasn't right. Horizon Far immediately seized the opportunity to push further. Then teach me yourself. Willow Serene naturally didn't want to, but Horizon Far was generous, a VIP customer at the shop. She couldn't afford to offend him. It wasn't until Willow Serene quit that Horizon Far stopped. That box of pottery was accumulated from those times. They're not important, throw them all away. I said indifferently. Wait. Willow Serene suddenly spoke up. You're moving. No matter what. This woman's mind was sometimes quite sharp. I nodded. Yes, Willow Serene, where are you moving to? Why so suddenly? I couldn't help but laugh. Ms. Willow, President Willow, how many times do I have to remind you? We're divorced. What I do, where I go has nothing to do with you anymore. Willow Serene suddenly choked up, as if hearing something unacceptable. Her eyes reddened slightly. It took a long while before she finally conceded, softly saying, those pottery pieces, if you don't want to keep them, you'll have someone come pick them up. I looked at her in surprise. They were originally mine. If I want to keep them, I keep them. If I want to throw them away, I throw them away. I didn't know why this sentence touched Willow Serene's sore spot. The last light in her eyes gradually faded, like a weak flame in the wind finally extinguished. Wang's spirit anxiously stepped forward quickly. Serene, are you okay? Willow Serene gently tilted her head to avoid his hand. Wang's spirit stood there awkward, but I had no interest in this drama. I turned to leave. Unexpectedly, just outside the door, a doctor called me back. I looked up and saw a female doctor over 40, observing me. Why are you here? Not feeling well. I was a bit confused. Then I saw the badge on her chest. Chief of Obstetrics. A guess flashed in my mind. Horizon Far. The only thing related to this doctor was the child from before. Thank you for your concern, doctor. But in fine, today I just came to visit a friend. I replied casually. She seemed relieved. That's good. But you two are at that age now. Next time you have a child, don't abort it. I was stunned. Two short sentences contained too much information. The child. Wasn't Willow Serene's miscarriage accidental? Why didn't the doctor's words match? That night, when Horizon Far rushed to the hospital, Willow Serene had already been wheeled out of the operating room. Wang's spirit was by her bedside. Serene, what were you doing? As I stood there stunned, I suddenly heard Wang Spirit's astonished voice behind me. I turned and saw Willow Serene pull out her for herself, push Wang Spirit away, and stride over quickly. She rushed in front of me, blocking the way. The female doctor showed unprecedented tension. "Doctor, this is between us husband and wife. It has nothing to do with you." I broke out in a cold sweat, stiffly turning my neck to look at Willow Serene, for the first time feeling how unfamiliar this beautiful face was. "Willow Serene, what do you mean?" The doctor gradually frowned. "You didn't know. Your wife said you two are focusing on careers right now. Don't want a child yet, so chose abortion. And you had no idea at all." I don't remember how I got home. My whole body was dazed by this unexpected news. Sitting in the study for a long time, I closed my eyes. How could this be? The book clearly stated it was because Horizon Far was overly jealous, argued fiercely with Willow Serene, leading to her accidental miscarriage. What was this? I don't know why. Thinking about this, my body ached somewhere too, as if I truly felt the despair and pain of knowing the child was gone. This made me even more uncomfortable. I shook my head, wanting to shake off these emotions. The study had just been cleaned by the maid. I rummaged around for a bit, found the box of college mementos. Finally, at the bottom of the box, I found a college memory notebook. The miscarriage was different from the book, so were other parts different. Opening the first page, it was a military training photo. Blazing sun, a young man in green training uniform smiling brightly. On the podium behind, a slender, delicate figure, though a bit far, anyone with sharp eyes could recognize. It was college-era Willow Serene. Below the photo were a few small lines. "First day of military training. A girl fainted from heat stroke next to me. I carried her to the infirmary. She was so late, didn't expect today to see her on stage as freshman representative. Turns out her name is Willow Serene. Borrowing group photo excuse to secretly snap the one I like. Normal stuff. This must be when Horizon Far first liked Willow Serene. I couldn't help but smile a bit. Horizon Far liked Willow Serene. It turned out to be just a simple cheesy love at first sight. I unconsciously touched my face. The Horizon Far in the book was selfish, impulsive, stubborn, extreme, seemingly different from this brightly smiling young man. Hard to imagine a teenager with starry eyes ending up paranoid, domineering, stubborn, and selfish. I continued flipping, discovered every photo was related to Willow Serene. Her in the lecture hall, her swinging a racket on the badminton court, long hair flying, her eating alone in the cafeteria, her bowing her head working diligently at the pottery shop. Occasionally beside the photos, a few short sentences were written. "The elective she chose is boring, don't understand it. How can there be such a smart girl? She's excellent at badminton too. She seems to always eat alone, and always orders the cheapest in the cafeteria. Does she eat enough? She's always so busy. No time to say a word to me." Turns out this was a notebook recording Horizon Far's secret crush on Willow Serene for years of college. He took many photos of her. Every photo, every sentence was completely different from the Horizon Far in the book. It seems I like someone, but that someone isn't me. What to do? Maybe give up. Tomorrow is graduation ceremony. Maybe confess to her, then say goodbye to this secret love. In the middle of graduation photos, she suddenly left. I secretly followed and found out her mother had worsened, needed a lot of money. What to do? This page was meant for graduation photos, but it's blank. Because of Willow Serene, Horizon Far missed his own graduation photos too. My hands trembled slightly. I don't know why this notebook felt so heavy. Heavy enough that I could barely flip further, as if continuing would lead to something uncontrollable. My chest felt pressed by a boulder, unable to breathe in, unable to breathe out. I don't know what force guided me, but I still flipped on. It was a wedding photo, more precisely the marriage certificate photo. In the registration photo, Horizon Far was still smiling, but much more reserved and restrained than at first. Lips slightly curved, body leaning slightly toward Willow Serene, while Willow Serene looked calm, completely out of place with the joyful red background. Only now did I recall. They seemed to have no wedding photos. After a year of repeated hesitation, Willow Serene finally chose to marry Horizon Far. She didn't marry her true love, naturally had no interest in elaborate affairs. Moreover, her mother was hospitalized then. The two didn't hold a wedding, nor take wedding photos. Just simply registered, and that was the marriage. I thought this page. The last day with Willow Serene, Horizon Far would write a lot. But in reality, this page had no words. I stared at that photo for a long time, suddenly feeling choked up. Secret love for 5 years. Marriage for 5 years. They only had exactly one photo together. Suppressing the thoughts in my heart, I continued flipping. But no more photos of Willow Serene, only a few scattered notes. Lately, she's very busy. New company startup. She handles everything herself. So tiring I made her favorite sweet and sour ribs. But she came back from entertaining clients tipsy and slept right away. She bought an apartment near the company. Said it's convenient for work. But why is that man there too? I know I'm not as important as him in her heart. But I still want a child that's ours. Am I beyond saving? Today I went to the nursing home again. Ran into Sorrow Farewell, taking her grandfather out. She said I have no brains. Women like Willow Serene, these tricks don't work on her. I turned and left immediately because I knew she was right. I had decided to give up. But that night she came back. Don't know if entertaining went badly. Drunk like that. I couldn't help kissing her. For the first time she kissed back. In the middle of the notebook was a blank space. Until one night she got pregnant. I continued reading. Those 2 months were truly the most harmonious between Horizon Far and Willow Serene. Though he knew Willow Serene's change was only for the child, but he asked for nothing more. Long before, he had loved this person uncontrollably. He once thought she was the light of his life. He wanted a bit of warmth and favoritism from her. But from the start it was wrong. Everything seemed beautiful. But in the end it was mercilessly exposed. The last page was a torn abortion consent form. In the bottom right corner was Willow Serene's signature. Like a sudden thunderbolt, my whole body went numb. Limbs ice cold. Countless images flashed in my mind, frantically surging as if to swallow me. I was like a fish in a heavy rain, wanting to surface for air, but swept away by waves. Couldn't breathe, couldn't move. Finally, I remembered. I didn't transmigrate. I am Horizon Far. The phone ring suddenly sounded. In the quiet study, the noise was even harsher. I jolted. It was Sorrow Farewell calling. I answered. Before I could speak, Sorrow Farewell asked directly, "Did you go to the hospital to visit Willow Serene today?" This afternoon she flew out for business. She shouldn't know my situation, even though I posted that comment on Moments. She shouldn't know so clearly. Even the timing, I didn't deny. How did you know? She paused. Willow Serene called me, asked a few things about you. Oh, I nodded. No intention to ask further. Hearing my calm tone, Sorrow Farewell seemed to sense something wrong. It's late and you're not asleep. She softened her voice, changed the subject. I was about to speak when the doorbell rang. The visitor was Willow Serene. I hung up on Sorrow Farewell, went down to open the door, but didn't let her in. Outside the night was pitch black. The streetlight behind her cast a dim glow, making her face half lit, half shadowed. What's up? I asked. Her lips were pale. I want to apologize to you. From leaving the hospital until now, 3 hours had passed. Only now did she remember to say these words. No need I open my mouth, it's all in the past. So late, I don't need this apology anymore. Willow Serene's face grew paler. Far. Listen to my explanation. I can explain. That day I was just impulsive. It was just finally. Was it impulsive? Or planned long ago? I asked softly. Carrying my child made you suffer a lot, right? Willow Serene was stunned for a long time. It took her forever to close her eyes, word by word. At first, I really didn't want this child. But later, as the baby grew in my belly, I truly just confused for a moment. I regret it now. Isn't regretting now too late? Regret appeared in Willow Serene's eyes. Her shoulders trembled, unable to speak. My lips curved slightly, letting me think you miscarried accidentally because of me. Surely I'd regret endlessly. Couldn't use the child to talk to you anymore. Then let you be free, right? Willow Serene jolted, lifting her head. Subconsciously, she always thought I was a selfish, self-serving man, stubborn and hateful. As long as the child was gone, I'd have no reason to bind her. Cling to her, she parted her lips, each word laborious. But this is between us. That day, why did you suddenly attack Wang's spirit? I looked at her quietly. This woman was the one I'd loved for 10 years. But at this moment, in her heart, she still thought of another man. I smiled, no reason. I just found him an eyesore. He deserved it, but the child is gone. We're divorced too. Willow Serene, you can finally be with him freely. You should be happy. No! Willow Serene seemed greatly agitated, stepping forward to grab my wrist. I don't love him. I don't love him. Far. Don't talk to me in that tone, okay? I was about to push her away when a clear voice sounded behind. Looks like I came at a bad time. Willow Serene froze immediately. Only now did I see clearly. The person who came was Sorrow Farewell, supposedly on business out of province. She tucked a strand of hair behind her ear, her beautiful eyes cold. Willow Serene, didn't I tell you if you've divorced him, don't entangle anymore? Willow Serene bit her lip, looking at her with hostile eyes. The matter between me and Far. Since when does an outsider like you interfere? Sorrow Farewell raised a brow, stepping over on high heels, stopping beside me, linking her arm with mine. My heart pounded. Sorrow Farewell tilted her head to look at me, smiled both seductive and innocent. What, want to get back together? My mind was a bit chaotic. I shook my head, no such intention. And you, why suddenly back? She lifted her chin. If not back, let her harass you. Willow Serene stared at the hand, linking mine, eyes reddening again. Sorrow Farewell, don't act so noble. What dirty intentions you have, you know in your heart. Sorrow Farewell laughed, turning her head, smile radiant. Since President Willow is so perceptive, please President Willow, spell it out. What intentions do I have? Willow Serene wouldn't open her mouth, lips pressed tight. Sorrow Farewell sneered, why won't President Willow speak? Then let me say it. I was hoping you'd divorce, so I'd have a chance to pursue him. This chance is rare. Of course I pay more attention. Grasp it tightly. The night wind carried her voice, each word ringing in my ears. My chest secretly stirred. Sorrow Farewell continued, and you, Willow Serene, if you had eyes, if you had conscience, you wouldn't ask those questions just now. Do you really think someone will forgive you forever, give you chances forever? Willow Serene's face paled, body swaying, as if about to fall any moment. She murmured, voice broken, I really didn't mean to. Sorrow Farewell seemed too lazy to listen, directly cutting her off, voice cooling a few degrees. I said it. He finally forgot those things with difficulty. Preparing a new life. You must bring it up again. I suddenly looked at Sorrow Farewell. Her words sounded off to me. Could she have noticed something? But Sorrow Farewell ignored my reaction, only faintly saying, "Go. Don't come again." Willow Serene nearly collapsed, eyes losing focus, soul adrift. I didn't want to watch more. Said to her, enough. The questions you wanted to ask were just those two. If answered them all, from today on, you and I have no relation whatsoever. After speaking, I turned to go. Behind me suddenly came a dull thud. Willow Serene had actually knelt down. Far, her voice trembled uncontrollably. I know I was wrong. It's all my fault. Give me one more chance. Can we start over? Sorrow Farewell's first reaction was to look at me. Her usual arrogant willfulness vanished. Her beautiful eyes sparkled, staring at me. Hands hanging by her sides clenched slightly. Face tense. She was very worried. Willow Serene was waiting for my answer. Sorrow Farewell too. I turned, quietly looking at Willow Serene. Willow Serene, 5 years of marriage. I wasn't like Wang's spirit making you like me. Instead, I only brought trouble to you, even delusionally wanting to monopolize you. Naive to the extreme. This is how you think of me, right? Willow Serene's face paled. I softly added, even? This marriage was forced by me. If not for your mother, you wouldn't be with me at all, nor have these entanglements. That's how you evaluate this marriage. Willow Serene, this was also before my accident. What you said straight to me, right? Willow Serene showed extreme regret. Eyes panicked. That day I was just impulsive saying that. At that time I was too angry. I didn't. It was these words that made me completely understand. In her eyes, I was such a ridiculous figure, hateful and loathsome. After losing the child, my heart turned to ashes. I began thinking if I should set Willow Serene free. A man like me fundamentally no longer deserved to be with her. So when Wang's spirit asked to meet, I agreed. I also wanted a chance to clarify with the man always interfering in my and Willow Serene's marriage. But that day before I could ask my question, because Wang's spirit showed me the abortion consent horizon far. You don't really think just with a child you can win Serene's heart, do you? Actually, when you called, I was right beside her. I heard it too. I even advised her to listen to you. Stay home, don't go on business trips. But do you know what she said? She said you just wanted to use the child to bind her. Too annoying, you liked Serene since freshman year, right? Oh yes. Seems because she fainted during military training. You took her to the infirmary. Helping someone is good, but not to the point of making them repay with their body. Right. Horizon Far, don't be foolish anymore. Like this, Serene is very annoyed. Even your child she finds disgusting. I didn't expect Wang's spirit to intentionally fall down the stairs, nor expect Willow Serene to appear right then. She didn't listen to my explanation, only cried beside Wang's spirit, worried and tense. Didn't even glance at me. Then I waited until she had time, wanted to ask her about the child, but was shut down by her words. Horizon Far, how long will you make a scene? You know from head to toe you disgust me. That day I wandered the streets for a long time, head full of her accusations. Am I that selfish? That extreme? That hateful? Until the out-of-control car crashed into me. I passed out on the spot. When I woke again, I had become a different me. A me in Willow Serene's eyes. She built a fake world for me, where I was mad, selfish, stubborn, and ridiculous. More importantly, I no longer loved her instinctively. I looked into Willow Serene's eyes calmly saying, but Willow Serene, in this world I've also stopped loving you. The love I had that drove you mad. You're not worthy of it. Waking the next morning, the sky was bright. I smelled breakfast aroma, leisurely went to the kitchen. Sorrow Farewell was cooking. I looked at her. Miss Sorrow, what day is it that you're personally cooking? Sorrow Farewell jerked her chin toward the yard. The day the annoying one leaves. Yesterday, Willow Serene knelt outside all night. I didn't care. Pulled Sorrow Farewell, who wanted to argue, inside. Closed the door and went to sleep. Of course, separate rooms. I sat at the table, bit into the fried egg sandwich she made. Also the day Miss Sorrow failed her first time in the kitchen. Sorrow Farewell rushed to snatch the sandwich. It's burnt, don't eat. It'll make you another. I dodged, no need, wasteful. It's edible. Sorrow Farewell half believed. Really, I held up the sandwich tray. She was about to bite. I lifted my head, leaned in, lightly kissed the corner of her lips. She froze immediately, ears reddening visibly. Horizon Far, I satisfactorily pinched her cheek lightly. Heard it. Why yell so loud? Louder than your confession yesterday. Sorrow Farewell choked for half a day, finally threw herself into my arms. Voice low, I thought you'd forgotten everything. When you just woke from the accident, forgot so much. I almost thought I'd have to raise a big idiot. I stroked her hair. How could that be? Even if I forgot myself, I wouldn't forget you. When I no longer recognized myself, and dazed, distrusting everything, there was always one person I didn't guard against. Completely trusted. She looked up, smiling contentedly. Finally smart once. This girl didn't like you all these years for nothing. My heart felt lightly scratched. couldn't help teasing, "Why are you blinder than me? Liking someone like me?" She smugly said, "Clearly this girl's eyes are sharper, knowing to wait for someone worth waiting." I smiled too. "Yes, you're the best." Epilogue. Willow Serene lately I've been running into this guy a lot. In class there's him. Playing badminton there's him. Part-time job Hayes there too. As if coincidental. But tactics too clumsy. Can't act at all. Everything shows on his face. A bit annoying. Not that no other guys liked me, but none as obvious as him. Thought after a while he'd give up. Who knew he'd be so persistent? I deliberately stayed with Wong's spirit, wanting him to back off. His eyes showed clear sadness, then indeed disappeared for a while. I breathed a sigh of relief, but thought someone like him, surely only interested for 3 minutes. After all, a young master, never suffered. Totally different from people like us. Thinking of Wong's spirit's words, my mood grew more annoyed. Even Wong's spirits hinted desire to be together. I found excuses to refuse. I had no time or energy for romance. I had to care for parents, support the family. Luckily, Wong's spirit was always understanding, knew my difficulties, didn't mention again. Instead, wholeheartedly helped me. But unexpected things always come suddenly. My mother worsened, needed huge medical fees. I thought I was at a dead end. Then that guy appeared again. "What do you want?" I asked. He shook his head. I sneered inwardly, not knowing if mocking him or myself. "Then let's be together," I heard myself say. I knew what he wanted, yet he still acted righteous. But I had no choice. I needed money, so sold myself. He didn't get along with his family, so always clung to me. But I was very busy. Where to find time? Gradually, he sought me less. I thought he'd seen reason. Who knew he'd cause trouble with Wong's spirit? I told him several times, but he always denied. Ended up arguing unhappily. He finally settled down. I breathed a sigh of relief, but saw him at the nursing home, talking with another woman. That was sorrow farewell. His childhood friend, I knew her. Family background matched his. If not for me, they'd be a perfect pair. I'm a woman. I understand too well the way he looked at her. He'd argue, complain to her, compete with her. Things he never did with me. How could he? Mouth says he loves me, but with another woman. He thought I was drunk that day, but I knew I wasn't. Don't know where the possessive desire came from swallowing me. Even I didn't expect. When I knew I was pregnant, somehow I felt relieved. Have a child. Then I must stay with him, right? I also don't know why I decided to go on the operating table. I thought it was punishing him, but I was wrong. It hurt me a million times more than imagined. Everything shattered, spiraled out of control. I also don't know how I said those words. I must have been mad when he signed the divorce papers. Only then did I realize I was truly mad. How could I let him go? I couldn't let him go. But when I woke up, it was too late. I fired Wong's spirit, spread rumors he took bribes, leaked company secrets. He couldn't stay in the industry, begged outside my door for days. Finally left the city miserably, vanished. The contact name in my phone, I couldn't bear to change. But one day drunk, called and found it was empty. Later heard he and Sorrow farewell held a grand wedding. I finally realized one thing. I'd completely lost him. Heavy rain outside, dampness filling the air, almost reaching the bottom of my heart. It was my fault, all my fault. I lost him, and lost myself. Sorry, don't see me again next time. Main epilogue. Meeting Willow Serene again. Was 3 years later. Her mother didn't make it. Wanted to see you. Looking at that haggard woman before me, gaunt, weary, I almost didn't recognize. This was the one stunning Willow Serene. Just 3 short years. She seemed aged 10. Heard she asked old college classmates to find my current news. Came here. Between us all ties were cut. But thinking of the old lady on the sickbed, gaunt and weak, finally I nodded okay. But I have things later. Probably can't stay long. Willow Serene's dim eyes brightened, as if not expecting my easy agreement. Momentarily flustered. No, it's fine. You agreeing to go is already great. Her face showed unprecedented tension and confusion. Dr. Him agreeing I'm extremely grateful. I called home, went with Willow Serene to visit her mother. Surprisingly, Willow's mother wasn't at the nursing home. The car stopped before an old building. Oh right. Heard a few years ago, Willow Serene and Wang Spirit turned against each other. Wang Spirit harbored resentment, deliberately joined her rival company. Step by step pushed her to collapse. Her company bankrupt, debts piled up, seemed she borrowed from classmates everywhere. After twists and turns, she fell to this state. Couldn't afford expensive nursing home fees, nor decent housing. Could only rent temporarily here. At the door, Willow Serene didn't enter right away. Hand on the door, took a deep breath, then pushed in. Willow's mother lay on the sickbed, figure withered, breath weak. Mom, Willow Serene called. Willow's mother heard, opened eyes but slowly turned her head away, closed them again. Willow Serene stepped over, softly said, "Mom, Far came to visit you." Willow's mother trembled slightly lifted her head to look at me and Willow. I greeted. Willow's mother's eyes reddened, tears streaming down, falling on her bony skin-wrapped hand. Willow Serene hurried to wipe her tears, but was pushed away by Willow's mother. "You go out. I have no daughter like you." Willow Serene unexpectedly fell to the ground, eyes teary. I felt a bit awkward, not knowing mother-daughter relations had become like this. And Willow don't get agitated. Willow's mother cried more, opened her mouth, voice choked and hoarse. "I know everything. Far, it's Serene who wronged you. Our family wronged you." I was silent a moment, shook my head. All past. Everyone has their own life. Must look forward. And is right, isn't she? I did good deeds all my life. Ending like this is deserved. Far, you're a good child. Don't come again. Willow Serene, eyes red, wanted to see me downstairs. "No need, take good care of your mother." I looked at my phone. Willow Serene smiled bitterly. "Since knowing we divorced, Mom won't acknowledge me anymore. Every day looks at me, but only angry." I had no patience to hear these things, nor interest. Grabbed car keys, prepared to leave. Willow Serene hesitated. "Far, your matter is urgent. Or eat something, drink tea." I nodded. "Quite urgent. Little treasure finished school, I have to pick up late and her mom will make me stand as punishment." Willow Serene like struck by lightning, body swaying, face paper white. What? Forgot to tell you. Horizon, little treasure, my daughter." I smiled. "You haven't met, eyes like her mom, nose and mouth like me, very cute." Willow Serene couldn't speak, slumped onto the sofa, slowly covering her face, whole body trembling. I turned and left. The moment I closed the door, sobbing cries echoed from inside. I didn't care. Went straight. Rushed to the kindergarten. Dada's soft, fragrant bundle jumped into my arms. I scooped up the little imp. "Let's go. Today Mom made delicious food at home." The little one immediately wrinkled her nose, pitifully said, "Dad, I want to eat Dad's cooking." I lightly scraped her nose. "Okay." The emptiness in my heart had long been filled with love. Old matters like smoke dissipated. Ending epilogue. Your video is great. Next time I scroll to you, it'll definitely throw coins. No. Lucky you didn't throw coins. If you did, I'd ruin your life. I'm out. See you again definitely sometime. You must be happy. Jade Harmony. You must like it. Must throw coins. Okay, like it. Throw coins, scroll to next video. If later can't scroll to me, it's fine. You must throw coins to others. Jade Harmony. Definitely. If you blame me, how can I live? Definitely. You possess me like this. Brothers, remember to like, share, subscribe channel, okay? Nhi, thanks brothers a lot.